and all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ m ihe niile Chukwu okike abịa onye na-efe na aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebede ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro. Iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị n'uwere n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọbụla na ya ka ike niile nọ n'ọbadara aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị, nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee eziokwu mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na ihe ndị kwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe. Agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbọgba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna n'ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-eto gị, wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na ọtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise ise ise.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans. Thank you so much for joining me once again. I appreciate you wherever you're connecting from. If you're joining me from Biafra land, I say, may Chukwu be my guide and protect you and secure you. If you're joining from any part of Africa, I welcome you. If you're joining from Europe, from Asia, from America, from Australia or Canada, I thank you very much for connecting. I say, may Chukwu be my guide and protect you. As always, I always come online on a daily basis to broadcast, talking about the issue, talking about things that are happening in the contraption called Nigeria, mainly in Biafra land. I speak about the plight of the Biafran people, the Udua people, the Middle Beltans, and every indigenous tribe in the contraption called Nigeria. My purpose here most of the time is to make sure that we set the record straight. Make sure that the lies that the Janjaweed are pushing forward against our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not fly. Those are my main reason of coming online on a daily basis. And I will continue to do so until Biafra comes. And even after Biafra have come, we still have a whole lot of work to do to clean up the mess that the Janjaweed have inflicted our brains with. A lot of things are going on. A lot of evil things are going on. A lot of evil plans are going on against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, against the Biafran people. It is no longer a story on what is happening. Every one of us is seeing what is happening. The attack is so much. Attack is so much on the Biafran struggle. It's so much that sometimes you wouldn't know how to go, either to go left or to go right. But if you are consistent and focused, you will not be deceived. You will not be deceived. You will not be asking who are you to follow or who not to follow. The most important thing is to know the truth. It is said that you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. It is only the truth and the truth alone that can set Biafra free. Only the truth and truth alone can set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free. The broadcast today is dedicated to our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting a just cause, fighting to free the Biafran people from the captivity that they are in. Free the Biafran people from the hand of the caliphate, from the hand of the British. As you all know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya, sent to Nigeria through extraordinary rendition. We will continue to say it, whether they like it or not. The world will continue to hear that. An innocent man was kidnapped in Kenya. He committed no crime. He traveled to Kenya legally with his passport, but they went to Kenya and kidnapped him. Sent him to Nigeria through extraordinary rendition after so much torture in Kenya, and today they are still torturing him. And as you're watching this video, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to appear in court tomorrow. Biafra is coming to court tomorrow. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is standing on behalf of Biafra on the court. What preparation are you making to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being freed? What preparation are you making? Personally, I believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be freed. It doesn't matter how long they delay him. It doesn't matter how they try to play their games. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will definitely be released. He will. He will get justice. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been winning on all the appearances have been making. He has been winning. Any place where his case is mentioned, he has always been winning and will continue to win. There is light at the end of the tunnel. But we cannot fold our hands simply because we had a message saying there is light. Every Biafran, wherever you are, you have to do something. It is what you do, what I do, that will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is not their court, not the judges, not the lawyers, not even the Asorock. The only people that will make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being freed unconditionally is you and I, the ordinary people. What we do, our actions. When the judge look at the actions, look at what the masses are saying, what the masses are doing, that is when they are going to pronounce freedom for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and let him go. This is not the fourth time. It happened before, and it's happening again. Last time when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, that was 2015. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was granted freedom so many times. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was granted bail so many times, but the court refused. The Janjaweed refused. So whatever is going to play out in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is something that we already know. I used to tell people that this Janjaweed don't have any new strategy. They don't have any new strategy. Everything you see them doing is what they have been doing from day one. That is what they are doing. They don't have any new strategy. So it is not difficult for you to know where they are heading to. It is not difficult for you to know what they want to do. They kidnap an innocent man. Coming to court is now a problem for them. Trying the case is a problem for them because they know that they don't have any charge against him. The only power they have against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now is to continue to delay his case, to continue to postpone and adjourn and adjourn and adjourn. Continue to amend the charges and amend the charges. This is the only thing you're going to be getting from the Janjaweed. When you talk about the case, they have no case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have no case. Everyone knows that. Every single person knows that. They know that they have no case. It doesn't matter how they try. It doesn't matter how they pretend to have a case. They have no case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu definitely will get his freedom sooner than you expect. But my own worries is the Biafran people. What are you doing as a Biafran to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being released unconditionally? What are you doing? What are you doing as a Biafran to see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released unconditionally? What are you doing? Are you folding your hands? Are you just folding your hands and relaxing, hoping that one day miracle will happen and you come out? Let me tell you, there is no miracle that is going to happen if you don't do anything. The only miracle that is going to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out from the dungeon is the miracle of the masses by embarking on massive civil disobedience. Continue to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on top of the front burner. Continue to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the most relevant man in Biafra land. As you continue to make him relevant, the Janjaweed will have no choice than to free him. And that is why most Biafrans are calling for civil disobedience. Truly sit at home. Sit at home. It doesn't matter how you pretend. It doesn't matter how you try to demonize it. Sit at home is the only tools that the Janjaweed are afraid of. It's the only tool that the politicians are afraid of. It's the only thing that makes them to talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They can't run away from it. No matter how they try to pretend. You will always hear about sit at home, sit at home, sit at home. That is the talk of the day. They are speaking about it because it is effective. Very, very effective. It doesn't matter how people pretend. It doesn't. Very, very effective. Very effective. And it will continue to be effective. Please share the video as you are joining. You share the video so that other people can connect to us. Share the video in your platform, any platform where you belong. You like the video and share it in your platform, in your WhatsApp group. You share the video so that people can join us. As you know, Facebook will not send notification, and Facebook are trying as much as possible to make sure that they stop us from broadcasting, but we cannot stop. So as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court tomorrow, we are expecting another winning. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a winner and he will continue to win. No matter what anybody is doing, no matter what they're saying, he will definitely be free. The only weapon they have against him is to continue to delay Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that delay is what we are fighting against. How are we going to fight the delay? You can only overcome the delay by doing your own, playing your own role, playing your own part, play your own part. If you play your own part and do what you're supposed to do, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released. They have no choice than to release him. They will have no choice than to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If the Biafran people can continue on a massive civil disobedience, continue to sit at home on Sunday and on Monday, and any other day you can add. if the Biafran people can continue to embark on economic sanction against the Janjaweed, they will have no choice. They will have no choice than to beg for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go. They are holding an innocent man. And they know that they have no choice. And always have it at the back of your mind, when we are crying and talking about the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are actually talking about the freedom of Biafran people. Each time you hear somebody talking about freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, fighting to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that person is automatically fighting for the freedom of the people, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu freedom will be the automatic coming of Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not willing to give up Biafra. They have offered him everything you can offer a man. So many prizes have been offered to him. Anything you can think of that can be offered as bribery have been given to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has rejected all. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing torture. He's in captivity because he has refused to renounce Biafra. That is the only crime he has committed. The only crime Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed is that he is asking for self-determination for Biafra people. And he's not backing down. It doesn't matter the angle they come from. With all their propaganda and the other lies, they cannot change him. They can't change him. They cannot change him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is definitely going to win his case. He has even won already. Even before the appearance, because he has won already. When you look at it, go to the conventional media and look at it. Go to the masses. When you check the view of the masses, when you weigh the view of the masses, you will see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no case to answer. And remember, it was said that even judge, before they pass the judgment, they weigh the view of the masses and what the masses have to say. Before the judge pass the judgment, they consider the view of the masses. That is why we are shouting and calling on the masses, mainly Biafran people and Biafran friends. Biafran people and Biafran will continue to speak up. Biafran people continue to embark on massive civil disobedience. Continue to stand on it, no matter what anybody has to say. Let me tell you, it is that civil disobedience that is going to help the lawyers to achieve something in the court. Without what the masses are doing, without the mass revolution, without the masses response, without the mass action, the lawyers cannot do anything in the law court. Without mass action, the lawyers cannot do anything. They are as helpless as anything. But let me tell you, it is the mass action that will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The mass action, when we continue to embark on the mass action, then we have no option than to let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go. Because the world is watching. The world is listening. As we are now sitting at home on Sunday and Monday, the whole world is watching. We have to intensify it, cripple the economy of that Janjaweed, cripple the local government, the state government, the federal government, whatever revenue they are collecting, don't give that revenue. Any place you are, in any angle you are, enforce it by yourself. Don't wait for anybody to come and enforce it for you. Nobody's going to force you to do it. The way we are sitting at home on our own without being forced, the same way we are going to enforce the economic sanction and make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being free. Don't be distracted. A lot of distraction is coming from all angles, from all corners. Do not be distracted. There are going to be so many distractions. You always have to use your senses. You remember, whenever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is broadcasting, he will say, come with pen and paper. Why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say you should come with pen and paper is because you have to come with your brain. It doesn't mean you have to write. Come with your brain. Come with your brain intact. Any broadcast you are listening to, always go with your brain. Go with your brain. There is nothing we are saying today that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have not said. We are just reminding you of what he has said in the past. Every single thing the broadcasters are saying, shouting on their platform, it is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said in the past. It's just like people who are asking which way to follow. Whom are we going to follow? Who are we going to believe? Everybody, every person will know whom to believe. If you don't know whom to believe, that means you are not a good follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you don't know who to believe, that means you have not been following the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you are one of those who have been following the message and preachings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you will agree with me that every single thing we need to have, every single thing we need to know, we already know it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have put it in place. Share the video as you are joining. Share the video and like the video. Share it so that people can get. Share it in your platform. Any place you belong, share it so that people can come in and join. Tomorrow is another D-Day, another day of victory. Tomorrow is another day of victory for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for Biafra. Tomorrow is another day of victory for Biafra. we must have to continue to do anything we are doing to see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being released. Any suggestion that you know that is going to move the hand of the Janjaweed, that will make the Janjaweed uncomfortable, any suggestion you know that will make the politicians in the southeastern part of Nigeria uncomfortable, that is the right way to go. When somebody brings a suggestion of something that is going to work, you have to follow it. Don't say because it is not your friend that brought the idea, because it's not your friend that brought the idea, because it's not your leader that brought the idea, because the idea is not coming from you. When a fellow Biafran who is fighting genuinely for the same thing you are fighting for, freedom, who is fighting for freedom the same way you're fighting, brings an idea that you know that will be effective and work, follow that idea and support it. Support it. Stop the blackmail. Stop the lies and blackmail. If you want to blackmail, we have a common enemy, the Fulani Janjaweed. They are the enemy. The enemy making sure that we will not survive. We have to focus on them and fight them to the end. Let me tell you, do not fold your hand and say you are waiting for political solution. Political solution, waiting for political solution is actually a waste of time. When you say you're waiting for political solution without doing anything, you're actually wasting your time, because political solution have been applied so many times. Political solution has been applied so many times in the struggle for Biafra. It never worked. It never worked. That is why many of us do not believe on political solution. We don't believe on it. You can see the way they are killing our people today. Biafran people are being killed. Even as you're watching this video, our brothers and sisters are being killed in Imo State and so many other places. They are being mowed down. Homes of Biafran people burnt and destroyed. I have played the video several times. Homes of people destroyed. Biafran people killed. Biafran people are missing. Families are looking for their loved ones. Nobody is standing up for them. No politician is talking about all these politicians that are parading themselves as lawmakers. None, not even one, is making a case for our people that are being killed in Biafra land. They are not making any case for them. Nobody is standing up. Ohaneze Ndigbo is not speaking about the crime, the genocide that is happening in Biafra land. Ohaneze Ndigbo is not talking about it. They are not talking about it. They don't care. Boko Haram today in uniform, they are in uniform in Biafra land, taking the life of Biafran people, taking the life of innocent Biafrans in Biafra land. And nobody is doing anything. People are going about their businesses as if nothing is happening. It is sad. It is absolutely sad. Very, very sad. What does that tell you? That tells you that we have no representation in the Janjaweed government. We have no representation in that contraption called Nigeria. That contraption, you are saying, contraption called Nigeria. There is no representation anywhere for us. The Biafran people have no representation. Nobody represents us. And not only the Biafran, but even other tribes. No indigenous tribe in the contraption called Nigeria have a representation in that company called Nigeria. That is why you see people, no matter how they rule, no matter how big they are, no matter the people that provide their so-called presidents, their people continue to suffer the more, suffer the more. Look at the North. North have provided the highest amount of presidents you have in that country of Nigeria, but yet they are the most impoverished side. The most impoverished. And this is the reason why anybody that calls himself, any indigenous person, anybody that is from any indigenous tribe, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your location, it doesn't matter your tribe, as long as you're indigenous to that contraption called Nigeria, what you have to do is to fight by all means possible to see that the contraption called Nigeria is being destroyed. If you do not break up Nigeria, it will break you up. The only way to have a peace of mind, have security, and have a sane country, have a good economy, a country that will represent its own people and provide for its own people, is when we break it up. If you break it up, you will break the interest. You break the interest, then people will now focus on building a nation. As it stands now, there is no single person in that country from called Nigeria that is patriotic to Nigeria. Not even one. No single person. Even those people you see on their conventional media coming to make noise. None of them is patriotic to Nigeria. All of them are patriotic to themselves. Everybody is fighting for their selfish interests. They don't have the interest of the masses at hand. Go and check and see what is happening. A country that is number 6 highest producing oil producing country. Yet today there is no petroleum in Nigeria. The little one they have, they go abroad and refine it. On bringing it back, They will bring it at a very costly price, and that is not enough. They will now go. Now they have upgraded to neutralizing the fuel they bring from abroad. They will import an adulterated fuel, crude oil that they produce, number 5th or number 6th highest oil producing country. Yet there's no petroleum. They take it abroad to go and refine. There's no refinery working in Nigeria. After refining it, in bringing it back, they won't even bring the main oil for you. What they will bring an adulterated one. They will bring an adulterated one for you to use. This is why every single Biafran, wherever you are on the planet Earth, everybody that is indigenous to Nigeria, it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your religion, it is high time you wake up and begin to ask for the breakup or the contraction. For those of you who are still talking about one Nigeria, who are still hoping on 2023, may God have mercy on you. May Chukwu Okike have mercy on you, because you don't know what you're looking for. You don't know what you're asking for. If you're one of those still asking for 2023, waiting and hoping that 2023 is going to be good, that in one word or the other that you're going to have a nation in 2023, you are just wasting your time and you are only preparing yourself for your death. Nigeria will never ever be good. It doesn't matter how you try. It doesn't matter how you push it. Nigeria can never ever survive. It will not survive. It is not because I'm saying it. Even a senator have said it in their House of Senate. A senator said it in the House of Senate that Nigeria can never ever survive. Why did he say so? Because of the constitution they are using. Nigeria is using a constitution that institutionalizes injustice. A constitution that supports injustice. A constitution that supports everything that is evil. Inequality. That is the constitution they are using. And they are not ready to take it away. They are trying to protect it by all means possible. They are protecting it by all means possible. How can you have a sane nation in that? Go and check some of them who claim to be educated. When you meet them in their conventional media, when you see them speak, you'll be wondering from which planet are they coming from? Including all those ones who call themselves activists, some of the activists in Nigeria. Go and see them when they talk. They will tell you they want a Nigeria where there be equity and justice. They want a Nigeria where everybody will be equal. They want a Nigeria where everybody will be treated equal. A Nigeria where people can be able to voice their opinion. That is the Nigeria that those people are wishing for. But ask them, how are you going to achieve that Nigeria that they're talking about? How are you going to achieve a Nigeria of equality, a Nigeria of justice, a Nigeria of fairness? How can you achieve that? Ask them, every one of them that is talking about that on their media, all the politicians that are speaking about that, even the activists that are talking about, ask them, how can you get such a Nigeria? They don't have any clue. There's no idea. No clue. This is the difference between every one of them and our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is the difference between every activist in Nigeria and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not only pointing out the fault, he's not only pointing out the rottenness in that country called Nigeria, he's not pointing out the wickedness alone, he is offering a solution. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu offered a solution. And what is the solution? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke about referendum, self-determination from every indigenous people. That is what he was calling for. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never called for war. He never at any point in time called for war. He was calling for self-determination, fighting for restoration of a Biafra that have existed for a very long time. Self-determination so that people can be able to establish a constitution that will fight for them and stand for them. So that people can build a nation that they can be proud of. Why is it so hard to conduct a referendum? Conduct a referendum so that the Oduduwa people will go their ways, the Arewa people will go their ways, the Biafran people will go their ways. If at the end of the day we decide to come back together, if at the end of the day, after the referendum, we decide to come back together, then we will come and sit on a round table and write a constitution that will grant justice and equity to every tribe. It doesn't matter how small, how big the tribe is. A constitution that will grant equality to every tribe. But as it stands now, building on the company of Britain, it can never work. As long as we continue to build on this company established by Britain for their own selfish interests and not for the interest of the masses, nothing is going to work. Nothing is going to work. So the earlier we wake up from our sleep and face reality, the better for every one of us. The earlier we wake up and face reality, the better for every one of us. When you see Biafran people crying and shouting every day, crying and asking for the unconstitutional leader of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you see Biafran people on every platform crying and shouting and calling for the breakup of the contraption called Nigeria. You think they are making noise. You think they are troublemakers. They are not troublemakers, and they are not making. They're not fighting for themselves alone. They are fighting for every indigenous person in that country called Nigeria, and their fight is justified. It's justified. Their fight is justified. The Biafran people have given opportunity for freedom so many times, given opportunity for this very political solution so many times. Opportunity was given for political solution, but yet they never took it. The Janjaweed never took the opportunity. Please continue to share the video, like the video, and share the video to all platforms. Share the video, share it in your platform, share it in your group, any group you belong, share the video and like the video so that people can be able to join us and express their view also. Keep on sharing. This is not time for us to begin to talk against our own. It's a time for us to think a way out of this contraption called Nigeria. I want every single Biafran, no matter who you think you are, no matter what you think you believe, no matter your location, no matter your belief, no matter who you claim to be following, no matter what you think you believe in, no matter your religion, the most common thing that every one of us want is what? Freedom. It is in that freedom that every one of us meet. That is our collective interest. Always remember the collective interest of the Biafran people. The collective interest of the Biafran people is the fight for freedom. Fight for freedom. That is why you have to support your fellow Biafran. It doesn't matter the language of the person. You might not like the person personally, but for the fact that that person is fighting for the same thing that you're fighting for the fact that you and the person have a common enemy, we must have to support each other. You must not like me for you to follow me and fight for freedom. You must not like me. You must not like me to support the fight for freedom that will affect our great unborn children. You must not like me. It is not about me. It is not about you personally. It is not about our personal interests. People are bound to disagree and people are bound to agree. You can disagree with me. That is okay. That is fine. But where do we meet? Where we meet is on that platform where every one of us is asking for freedom. What again unites us? The only thing that unites us is that we have a common enemy. Not only Biafran, even our Oduduwa brothers. Our Oduduwa brothers, the Middle Belters, even the indigenous people in the northern part of Nigeria, we have a common enemy that have brought death for us. The Fulani Caliphate. The Fulani Caliphate. We didn't make them enemy. This is not a hate speech. It is not a hate speech. This is the truth and nothing but the truth. You cannot hear this on the conventional media, but I have to say it the way it is. The common enemy that is bound and willing to destroy every other indigenous tribe in the country called Nigeria is the Fulani Caliphate. They are doing it and working towards it by all means possible to see that they take everybody out to exalt themselves. That is why they are coming from land grabbing. Land grabbing wasn't enough, and they couldn't succeed. They come through their terrorism. Go and check every terrorist organization you see in Nigeria, their foot soldiers have been provided by the Fulanis. Every terrorist organization you see in the country of Nigeria, it is the Fulani organization that provide food soldiers for them. Mieti Allah. Mieti Allah has been the person that provide the food soldier for every criminal organization, every terrorist organization in Nigeria. They provide the food soldier for the Boko Haram. They provide the food soldier for the ISWAP. They provide the food soldier for the Fulani herdsmen that are killer herdsmen. They provide the food soldier for the Fulani bandit. And when you see their video, they speak Fulani. So these things are not made up. Go and check all the videos of the terrorists you are seeing. They all speak Fulanis. They are Fulani people. They are being sponsored and powered by Mieti Allah. And that is where you know that the contraption called Nigeria has a terrorist government running the affairs of the daily affairs in that country. That is why some of you who are dreaming for a secure country, you keep on dreaming. Keep on dreaming. The only thing that will save the indigenous people in that contraption is the breakup. Because just as Wole Soyinka said, it doesn't matter who runs the affair in Asorock. It doesn't matter who becomes the president. The Fulani Caliphate will continue to dictate what happens. Mieti Allah will continue to dictate what happens. That's why you see that every president that come to Nigeria, Mieti Allah use them as their patron, including your brother Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck Jonathan was a patron to Mieti Allah. Every president that comes to that contract from Nigeria becomes a patron, automatically becomes a patron to Mieti Allah. What does that tell you? It tells you that the Fulani will continue to run the affair, whether you like it or not. The only thing that will make them to stop running the affair of the day is when you break it up and everybody will go back to their region. And when we say that Mieti Allah is a terrorist organization, they are the one providing the whole food soldiers you can see that the terrorists are using. It is not a lie. It is the truth and nothing but the truth. Evidence are everywhere. A governor, chief security of a state, governor of Benue State, have said it time and time again. I have shared the video here so many times. He has said it. He have revealed so many things. That the Mieti Allah even claimed when they were killing people in Benue State, they claimed that they were responsible. They claimed that they wanted to kill the governor of Benue State because he stood up against them. A terrorist group. And this same Mieti Allah, remember that the Janjaweed government, when late Muhammad Buhari was there, late Muhammad Buhari gave them 100 billion. He gave to Mieti Allah. For what reason? What are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? For what purpose? To buy arm and ammunition to destroy other people. And when you see the destruction happen, some of you will be hoping that the same person that gave them the equipment to fight you will be the one to give you protection. How can? How can? Today, after handing over the northern part of Nigeria to the terrorists, they are focusing on the south, using the terrorists in uniform to destabilize the southern part of Nigeria, using the terrorists in uniform to kill as much as they can in Biafra land. How long shall we continue on that path? How long shall we continue on that path? Some of you who are waiting for 2023, if you are from this, especially people from this southern part of Nigeria, if you are from the southern part of Nigeria and you are one of those supporting the election of 2023, you are a dead man walking. You will pay with your life. You don't deserve to live. You don't deserve to live because you are risking the life of the innocent people. Any well-meaning person that is sane should begin to focus on his or her own region. Support your region. If you're a Ududua person, support Ududua. If you're from Middle Belt, support Middle Belt. If you're from Biafra, support Biafra. If you're from Arewa, support the Arewa. It is only breakup that will make us to have a sane country. When you break it up, even the Arewa people will focus on their own, they will focus on their region. When you break it up, Arewa people, these Arewa people will focus on their region. They will deal with the terrorists that they have. Today, the reason why they are having distraction is because we are together. Because people are still together, they are busy looking on the south, looking on the wealth and the hard work of the southern people and trying to press them down. Going into unnecessary competition with the southern people, unhealthy competition with the southern people. But if they are on their own, that is when they will be forced to protect themselves and go into a healthy competition if they want to. You see why we are calling for a breakup? Calling for a breakup is not that of hatred, it's not that of greed. We are not calling for breakup in order to demonize anybody. We are calling for breakup for everybody to stand on their own and be able to walk as human. For everyone to exist as human. For everyone to have their own right and decide their fate. Not one or two people to come and decide for the whole of people. Look at the North. With all the amount of president they have produced, they are still the poorest part of that country called Nigeria. Even though the North have the richest man in Africa, yet they are the poorest. Education, they are nowhere. In economy, they are nowhere. Entertainment, they are nowhere. There is no way you can find them. Instead, where you will find them is when it comes to terrorism. That is where you will see them. They will take number one. This is a mistake that our fathers have made in the past to allow themselves to be associated with these demons. And today, you can see what we are facing. The challenges have become so much that it has become something that you cannot be able to tolerate. Look at the people they are parading now. Look at the people they are parading to be your president. People who are bringing themselves as parading themselves to be a president. How many of them can you hit your chest and be able to be proud of? How many of them will give you hope to believe that somehow that Nigeria is going to be better? When you look at the people that they are parading today to take over, to become the president of Nigeria, when you look at them, that is when you begin to see that Nigeria has no hope of survival. The more you see the people they are presenting, the more you begin to believe that Nigeria has no hope of survival. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter how people pretend. When you look at them, you see that Nigeria has no hope of survival. Go and check everyone that they are presented. Is it Tinubu? Tinubu that you know his record. Every human being knows the record of Tinubu. Tinubu is even worse than Buhari. Some of you don't know. Tinubu is worse than Buhari. And today you see them packaging him. Tinubu is not educated. Tinubu doesn't have a certificate, just like Buhari. Tinubu is seriously sick. Sicker than Buhari itself. More sick than Buhari. Age is not on his side. Very fraudulent. A fraudulent man. Somebody who cannot speak for 1 minute without making a mistake. Go and see most of the brokers he has made. Somebody who was go and check the brokers he's making. Even people who are defending him cannot be able to say his source of wealth, his source of income. They can't be able to mention it. This is a man who the EFCC already have him in their case. The Janjaweed already have every details about him. And you think when they make him president, they will be removing him like anything they tell him is what he's going to do. He has no choice. Because if he refuses to do that, they will open up his book. And this is the man they are packaging. When you see him speak, you see the way he's breathing. A man who cannot make a full sentence without breathing like somebody who wants to die today or tomorrow. Watch this.
That we have seen today, and we are seeing success. My message to all Nigeria is that there will always be difficult times. There will be times for joy. We are navigating Nigeria through a very difficult and windy period. We will survive it. We will be happy. We will hold on to the hope that Nigeria will be united, prosperous, and be sufficient in benefits for the people. We will make Nigeria happy.
This is the man they are preparing to give you as a president. And some of you are still folding your hands watching this evil. For some of you who are hoping that somehow 2023 a miracle will happen, this is the miracle you're expecting. This is the miracle you're expecting. You see why you have to wake up. If you're one of those who are still sleeping, you have to wake up. Continue to demand for the breakup of this contraption called Nigeria. That is the only way forward to go. It has been destroyed. The most worst thing is that these people are unrepentant idiots, unrepentant fools, unrepentant. They don't have anything unrepentant in their hearts. They can never repent. This is a man who have massacred people. This is a man who killed in Lekki Toll Gate, who masterminded the death of people in Lekki Toll Gate, innocent people who were asking for SARS to ban, who are asking for the ban of SARS. Look at that SARS. The SARS that people were asking to ban today, you have seen their leader. You have seen the leader, the person who was leading the SARS, killing innocent people and selling their parts, Abakiari. Today, you have seen more revelation on him. And it's not only him. There are still so many of them in Biafra land today. Like Abakiari, a drug baron, a fraudster. Every crime you can think of is in their pockets. Like father, like son. These are the people who are running daily affairs in the contract of Nigeria. Unrepentant soul. They don't have any repentance in their mind. Up to today, they have not apologized for the people they killed in Lekki Toll Gate. They are still denying it. Lion Mohammed will still come out and continue to deny it. Lion Mohammed, up to today, Lion Mohammed is still denying about the killing that happened in Lekki Toll Gate. Up to today, Lion Mohammed is still standing ground and making a case for federal government. Up to today, Lion Mohammed is still talking down on the international community, those who supported the NSAS. He is still talking down on them. He have lost shame. An elderly man lost shame. He has lost shame. Up to today, he is still speaking against innocent soul, innocent people who have died in Lekki Toll Gate. There is no respect whatsoever. So many of them up to today, they have not found their corpse. So many of them, up to today, the family have not seen their corpse. And Lai Mohammed is still defending, still standing on that evil, still speaking on that same platform. Unrepentant souls. This is why, if you are from any indigenous tribe in the country of Nigeria, it is high time. The Biafran people have taken the fight to a different level. Biafran people, this is why they hate Biafra. The Caliphate hate Biafra so much, because Biafrans cannot keep quiet. They can't be silent. They are fighting. Not only fight, they are fighting and waking every other person up to join the fight. Criminals. And some of you are still waiting for 2023 to continue on that debt. I want to share with you another video of Lai Mohammed putting defense, still spitting on the grave of the innocent youths who they killed on Lekki Doge. Watch and listen. The defense is still putting.
The crowdfunding company GoFundMe has shut down the campaign to raise funds for the truckers after they raised about USD 10 million. Twitter has suspended the truckers' account, while the Ontario government has frozen access to millions of dollars donated through online fundraising platform Give, Send, Go to the protesters. Jim Watson, the mayor of Ottawa, Canada. Jim Watson, the mayor of Ottawa, Canada's capital city, has also declared a state of emergency in the city in response, saying the protests posed a threat to residents' safety. During the NSAS protests, which culminated in the blockage of public roads and massive destruction of government and private property, Canada was one of the countries that spoke out in support of the protesters. Recall also that Twitter actively supported the NSAS protesters and even raised funds, while GoFundMe was used to raise funds for the protesters. These are the same entities that are now rushing to distance themselves from the protests in Canada and even denying them the use of their platforms. This is similar to what played out during the January 6, 2021 insurrection at the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C., where those involved are either still being investigated or have been charged to court. I don't blame them. Nobody wants their country destroyed under the guise of protests.
You see Lai Mohammed still trying to justify the killing in Lekki Toll. He is comparing the NSAS protest with the protest that is happening in Canada. Ask Lai Mohammed, the protest that is happening in Canada, did the military come out to kill anybody? Did you see the military outside? Did anybody die? Did the government kill anybody? Even the protest that happened in the United States during the time of Trump, did you see the military shoot anybody? Did you see the government release military against anybody? But in Nigeria, you send military to go and kill innocent civilians, people who were even protesting for your so-called one Nigeria. People who were raising flag, Nigerian flag, they were singing your national anthem. You release your military to shoot and kill them. And up to today, this unrepentant soul is still justifying that act. Lai Mohammed is still justifying that act because he saw a protest that was happening in Canada, that the government stood against the protest. Ask Lai Mohammed, did you see the Canadian government sending their military to kill their citizens? Did you see US government sending their military to kill their citizens? But in Nigeria, NSAS protests in Lekki Toll Gate, you killed people and denied them burial. Even up to today, some corpses are still missing. Some people are still in jail today because of that NSAS protest. They have not been released up to today. And this old man is shamelessly coming out to talk. And when you see all this idiocy, then you will still be talking about one Nigeria. May Chukwu Okike have mercy on you. May Chukwu Okike have mercy on you. That's all I got to say. These people are the people who have destroyed they have destroyed the country so much that the youth have lost touch. The youth came to protest for NSAS, they killed them. You talk, you speak, they kill you. You go on social media to make an announcement or speak your mind on social media, they go after you. Anything you say, it becomes an attack. They charge you for hate speech. They have made the youth so scared that the youth doesn't have anything to offer anymore. The youth have lost faith and lost hope. There is no hope anywhere for any youth. That is why you see the youth now, everybody have now degenerated in money ritual. The youths in Nigeria today now believe it's only through money ritual that they can be able to succeed, because the government have no plan for them. Even when they try to do a legitimate job, the government will make sure they destroy their handwork and make sure it doesn't work. There's no education for the youth, no empowerment for the youth. Even when you hear them announcing empowerment, you hear them announcing this empowerment, all those are fraudulent empowerment that will never lead you anywhere. Fraudulent. When they bring out the list of people who have been empowered, go and check. You hardly know whom they are and where they come from. Fraud. Everything you can see in Nigeria is fraud. They have so destroyed the youth that in Nigeria today, you see youth no longer believe in hard work. Youth now believe it's only through money ritual that they can make money. That is why you see the kind of ritual that is happening in southern part of Nigeria. The southern part of Nigeria, being where the youths are, they are very active. Active youth who want to apply their brain and do something, but there is no empowerment anywhere. Instead, they are suppressing them. Instead, they are destroying them. The SARS is attacking them, police attacking them, army attacking them. When they see a youth doing well, they want to make sure they crush you and make sure you become a beggar. And that is why you see the youth have begun to run towards the shortest cut. See the way money ritual is happening everywhere in the southern part of Nigeria. Rituals everywhere, ritual killing everywhere. Ritual killing in every angle. And when you see them talking, you think they are serious. Recently, they are coming to the Senate. They come to the Senate and they are talking about how to promulgate law or do something about the ritual killing. How can you do something about the ritual killing, even when you are the sponsor? Every single politician in Nigeria is a ritualist. They are all ritualists. Every single no one is exempted. I say every single politician in Nigeria is a ritualist. Ask me how. When you are given a money to develop your area, giving a money on behalf of your constituency, you will take that money, you will eat it. You won't even give you won't use it to do any better in the life of your own people. What does that mean? Is that not ritualist? Is that not ritualist? Today you see these lawmakers collecting dubious amount of money, dubious amount of money as a salary, and they are never owed even one day. But yet the youths in their area doesn't have a job, and there is no plan to give them a job. Even to construct a road, there's no free education anywhere, no road anywhere. Everything you are on your own. The youths are on their own. When you will allow the youth to be on their own and struggle for themselves, what do you expect them to do? They will do. A human being will do everything possible to survive. It's a question of survival. Survival for the fittest. Everybody must survive. People must fight to survive, and they will look for any means possible to survive. The government have pushed the youth to the wall, that the youth have nowhere to run to. They have nobody to cry to, except crying to the native doctors to begin to perform their money ritual. That is why money ritual have become the order of the day. See them talk about it on the Senate. What do they have to offer? Nothing. Watch them.
The House is worried that while youths in other times are embracing science and technology as a way of maintaining peace with a dynamic world, some of our youth seem stuck in the mistaken belief that sacrificing human blood is the surest route to wealth, safety, and protection. The House is also alarmed by the moral decadence in our society, a trend that has promoted the get-rich-quick syndrome amongst our youths. The House is mindful of the role of the Nigerian movie industry in molding behavior patterns in our society, vis-a-vis the mandate of the National Film and Video Censors Board as a clearinghouse for movies produced in our country. The House therefore resolves to declare a national emergency on ritual killings in Nigeria, and call on national orientation agencies, parents, heads of schools, religious leaders, and the media to undertake a campaign to change the negative narrative that is bedeviling our society.
Meanwhile, a bill to amend the trade...
You see them? You see what that idiot is saying? You see, this is one thing with the contraption called Nigeria. They never take responsibility of anything. These politicians will never take responsibility of anything. He is now busy blaming the Nollywood industry. We know that the Nollywood have their own fault, but the major culprit in that very thing, the major culprit is the government. The major culprit why people are indulging and engaging in ritualism, why people are engaging in ritual killing is the politicians, is the government. But you see him, instead of taking responsibility, he's pushing it to the Nollywood industry. We know that Nollywood have their own fault. Nollywood have their own fault. But the major culprit here is the government. All these politicians, they are the one that introduced the money ritual. They are the people who are displaying money and showing that it is easy to make money. And even as we are in the electionary year, in this year that we are in 2022, go and check. They are the ones perform. When you see those, most of the ritual killings you are seeing, most of the ritual killings, it is the politician that send them to go and bring those human parts. The politicians are the ones sending them to go and bring those human parts. They have created poverty in the land that the youth have no way to run to. They have no more option. And this is why we must continue to fight. We must continue to fight to break up of this country. These people are so united. When you come to the politicians and all these politicians, they are united. Politicians in the southeast, politicians in the south, politicians in the north, in the west, all these politicians are united and they are fighting for one cause, to keep those of us ordinary people as slaves. They want to continue to oppress the ordinary people. That is their main aim. They have collective interest. All the politicians, all the elites you see in that country called Nigeria, they have collective interest. Their collective interest is to make sure that they continue to enslave the people. They will enslave the poor masses, and their own children will grow and continue to enslave the poor masses. That is their collective interest. That is why they don't care about you. Don't joke about it. This is the fact. Both the Biafran politicians, both the politicians in Oduduwalando, in the Middle Belt, politicians in the North, these people have a collective interest of making sure that the people remain slave, people remain flawed. They make sure that they continue to rule over the people by all means possible. That is their collective interest. That is why you will see a politician in Biafra land will never support Biafra. A politician in Biafra land will not stand and speak up for Biafra, even when he knows that his people are asking for a genuine cause. They know, every politician in Biafra land know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is genuinely asking for self-determination. They know that what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying is the truth. They know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking for is the truth. They know that the Igbos are marginalized. They know that the Biafran people are marginalized to a fault. They are so marginalized to a fault. They know that the Biafran people are third-class citizens. They are not even regarded as Nigerians. They know very well, but they will never ever fight for the cause of their people. As long as money continues to flow into their account, as long as their salary continues to increase, as long as they continue to see alert to their bank account, they don't care about you. They don't care about me. This is why every one of us have to stand up and speak up. Continue to speak up. The only man that is speaking for you and I is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the voice of justice, speaking up for every Biafran people. He's not speaking only for the Igbos, not speaking only for the Biafran people, not speaking only for the Southerners. He is speaking for every indigenous tribe in the country of Nigeria. In extension, he is speaking on behalf of every African. Speaking up for every black race. That is why he tells you that Biafra is the last miracle on earth. When Biafra is free, every black race will be free. It doesn't matter where you are. Every black man will be free. When Biafra is free, every black man will be free. As Biafra is free, Oduduwa will get their freedom. Middle Belt will be free. Every other person will be free, and people will have a legitimate nation where they can hit their chest and say, yes, this is my nation. People will have a nation where they will be patriotic to, a nation they can defend with all the last drop of their blood. As it stands today, nobody is patriotic to Nigeria. Nobody can defend Nigeria. Nobody can bet his life for Nigeria. There's no single person. Even all those politicians you are seeing, Obasanjo and co, who have benefited everything from Nigeria, they are not even patriotic to Nigeria. Because if they are patriotic, they will not bring somebody like Buhari, late Buhari, to run their affairs. If these people are patriotic, they will not be preparing somebody like Tinubu to take over in 2023. If these people are reasonable, they will not even allow someone like Rocha Sokorocha or Justice Kanu to talk of nearing any place that had to do with politics. But because they are not patriotic, they don't care about that nation called Nigeria. All they care is about their own selfish interest. They allow everything to go. The only people that will free ourselves is we. It is we that will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and free ourselves. Continue on massive civil disobedience. Anything you are doing, continue to do it. Sit at home on Sunday and on Monday. Increase it very more. Increase it more. Anything you can do more, do it. As Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court tomorrow, we know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be victorious. There is no doubt about it. Victory has started already. Previous course, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have gotten victory, and another victory is coming tomorrow. But the problem is that the Janjaweed don't respect the rule of law. They don't respect the rule of law. It doesn't matter how many times they grant you bail, they will not let you go. Remember 2015, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was granted bail so many times, granted bail. They didn't release him until we begin to protest and do unimaginable before they begin to release him. The same thing is going to apply again. The same thing. The Janjaweed don't have any strategy. Only one strategy is what they have. Only one strategy: to continue to delay and disobey their own law. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. No charges against, all the charges against him are null and void. None of them. The only thing that will free him today is the mass action. Mass action, mass action. I say it again, mass action. Mass action, civil disobedience, including economic sanction to the Janjaweed. Don't give your revenue to the local government, the federal government, or the state government. Keep it yourself. It will be useful in time to come. That is the only way we can be able to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the only way and no other way. If we continue to invite, share this video to all platforms, share it to all platforms, continue to share. Send it to your family and friends. Everybody who have not engaged, engage and support. Any way you can support anybody that's embarking on civil disobedience, support that very person. And if you're one of those preaching against civil disobedience, if you're one of those preaching against civil disobedience, preaching against the sit at home, you have to rethink. You have to rethink, because you are an enemy. And if you continue to speak against the people, Chukwu Okike will take you out. If you're one of those who have continued to speak against the people, Chukwu Okike will take you out, and you will not see the end of 2023. You will not see the end of 2022. You will not see the end of 2022. If you're one of those who is bent on destroying the Biafra people, who is bent on discouraging people, who is bent on acting as informant against your own people, who is bent on blackmailing your own people to make them do what is wrong, Chukwu Okike will never forgive you. You will pay with your own life. It doesn't matter who you think you are. You can be leader of whatever you think. You can be a lawyer. You can be whatever you think you can call yourself. Whatever certificate you like, you have. As long as you are standing against the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as long as you are standing against the freedom of Biafran people, as long as you're one of those discouraging people from acting, engaging in civil disobedience, you will pay with your own life. You will pay. You will definitely pay. Chukwu Okike will not let you go free. You want us to sit back and relax so that they will continue to hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, continue to detain him. A country that, you know, they don't obey the rule of law. They don't obey the rule of law. The Janjaweed don't obey the rule of law. How many people have they granted bail? El Zazaki have been granted bail. How many times? El Zazaki, he is still in jail up to today. For how many years ago? El Zazaki, every day have been granted bail. The government have refused to let him go. What about Dasuki? Granted bail and they refused to let him go. What about Showore? Showore, who are not committed any offense. Showore is still in Abuja. He cannot leave Abuja. He cannot move out of Abuja. How many laws have they obeyed? Have they ever obeyed any law? A lawless country. You were there. A country that was able to remove the Chief Justice of the Federation. Onoge. They removed Onoge for committing no crime, for committing no law, no court convicted Onoge. No court convicted him. The executive just come and throw him away from the seat. And they brought taco technicality. A Sharia judge, they brought him and made him the Chief Justice of the Federation. This is people you are hoping that they're going to give you freedom. They can never give you justice or freedom. It is you that will take it by force. The Biafran people have to take their freedom by force. We are going to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by force, by engaging on massive civil disobedience. Anything you are doing, continue to do it and increase in it. Increase it, do it more. Don't sleep. Political solution have never given any solution. Political solution, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have given them the political solution before. What did they do? They brought Python dance. Political solution came to the home of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to kill 28 people, the Jack, and many other people who lost their lives during that very period. It was political solution that sent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu exile. They almost killed him. And Chukwu came and saved him. It was political solution that took the life of the parents of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Don't ever forget that. Political solution, what it brought to us was Python dance. It has never worked. Even our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu, went for political solution. He went up to the extent of going to Aburi to discuss on Aburi on political solution on how to stay without shedding of blood. The same thing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing today, trying to rally around and ask for a referendum without shedding of blood. Our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu, went to Aburi. What did they do? Instead of listening to him, they came back and began to kill Biafran people. We lost more than 5 million. And for those of you who have not seen the Aburi video, I want to share with you the discussion that was made in Aburi. Watch this very video closely and share it with all platforms. Share this video to all platforms. Share it to family and friends. Watch the discussion of Aburi. You will now understand better that political solution cannot work. It is the mass action that will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and free Biafra. Watch this video, the Aburi Accord.
Hello. Here's the full text of the Aburi Accord. Some of us did not witness the Biafran War, 1967 to 1970, but we have read about it, and we heard there is an accord reached in Ghana that Nigeria failed to obey, and these are among the things that led to the war. Can someone tell us why Awolowo and co advised Gowon to renege on this great agreement? An agreement was reached in Aburi, Ghana by the both sides. But back home, the Nigerian side refused to respect their agreement. And I think these are among the major things that led to the war. Here is the full text of the Aburi Accord. 1. A military committee comprising representatives of the regions should meet to take statistics of arms and ammunition in the country. Unallocated stores of arms and ammunition held in the country should be shared equitably between the various commands in the Federation. 2. The army should be reorganized in order to restore discipline and confidence. Specifically, A. The army should be governed by the Supreme Military Council, which will be chaired by a commander-in-chief of the armed forces and the head of the federal military government. B. Area commands under area commanders and corresponding to existing regions should be created. C. That is number 2C. During the period of the military government, military governors should have control over area commands for internal security. D. A military headquarters comprising equal representatives from the regions and headed by a chief of staff should be established. E. A Lagos garrison, including Ikeja barracks, should be created. Now, number 3. In accordance with the decision of August 9, 1966, army personnel of northern Nigerian origin should return to the north from the west. In order to meet the security needs of the West, a crash program of recruitment and training is necessary, but the details should be examined after the military committee has finished their work. Number 4. The Supreme Military Council should deal with all matters of policy, including promotion to top executive posts in the armed forces and the police. Number 5. The legislative and executive authority of the federal military government should be referred for determination, provided that where a meeting was not possible, such a matter must be referred to the military governors for their comments and concurrence. Number 6. Appointments to the diplomatic and consular posts, as well as the super-skilled posts in the federal public service and equivalent posts in the federal corporation, must be approved by the Supreme Military Council. Number 7. With a view to promoting mutual confidence, all decrees or provisions of decrees passed since January 15, 1966, which detracted from the previous powers and positions of the regional governments, should be repealed. Law officers of the Federation should meet in Benin on January 14, 1967 and list all the decrees or provisions of decrees concerned so that they may be repealed not later than January 21, 1967 if possible. Number 8. A meeting of permanent secretaries of the ministries of finance of all the governments in the Federation should be convened within 2 weeks to consider ways and means of resolving the serious problems posed by displaced persons all over the country. Number 9. Displaced civil servants and corporation staffs, including daily paid employees, should continue to be paid their full salaries until March 31, 1967, provided they have not secured alternative employment. The military governors of the East, West, and Midwest should send representatives, police commissioners, to meet and discuss the problems of recovery of property left behind by displaced persons. Number 10. The ad hoc constitutional committee should resume sitting as soon as practicable, and the questions of accepting the unanimous recommendations of September 1966 should be considered at a later meeting of the Supreme Military Council. Number 11. For at least the next 6 months, there should be purely a military government having nothing to do with politicians. Number 12. The deceased military leaders should be accorded full military honors due them. Number 13. All government information media should be restrained from making inflammatory statements and causing embarrassments to various governments in the Federation. Number 14. Lieutenant Colonel Ojukwu should keep his order that non-Easterners should leave the Eastern region under constant review with a view to its being lifted as soon as practicable. Then number 15. The next meeting of the Supreme Military Council should be within Nigeria at a venue to be mutually agreed. This was copied from Edeki Suku. If Nigeria has respected the Aburi Accord, do you think Ojukwu will go ahead to declare Biafra? Please, we want to know your contributions on this. Thanks for listening to Igbo Area TV. Please subscribe to our channel for more updates. God bless you and bye for now.
You have seen it. This was the Aburi Accord. The discussion was made. This is another political solution that was given. But instead of respecting it, they disrespected it. They threw it to the dustbin. And at the end of the day, more than 5 million Biafran lost their life. And today, somebody is coming to tell you to obey that same political solution. Somebody is still coming with that political solution that you know that will never work. Political solution that you know that is never a solution. They are bringing it back again with their deceit. And you think it's going to work. If you are Biafran, wherever you are, it is high time you stand up and fight for your right. Let us fight for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by all means possible. Continue to fight. As Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court tomorrow, we believe already that he is free. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is free. But they are not going to let him go unless we do something. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is free, but they are not going to let him go. If you check every other court that he has attended, there is always victory. And this one tomorrow is not different. But they are not going to let him go. Unless we continue to embark on massive civil disobedience and continue to do things that will make them uncomfortable, that is when they will let him go. That is why we are calling for every Biafra, wherever you are. Continue to do what you are doing to see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be released. If you are praying, pray more. If you're fasting, fast more. If you are broadcasting, broadcast more. If you are sitting at home, sit at home more. If you are embarking on civil disobedience, include economic sanction and increase it and enforce it. That is the right way to go. Until we continue to do that, until we do that and intensify it, until we make those politicians in the Biafra land uncomfortable, make them have no landing space, until then, and then alone, that is when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be let go. You see why you must not stop. And for those of you who have chosen different types, there are different kinds of human beings in the struggle for Biafra. Different kinds of people with different kinds of motive. Different kinds of people with different kinds of motive. Some motive that is unbelievable. Some are there for their selfish interest. Some are there for their personal interest. Some are there to exalt themselves. If you are sincerely in the struggle for freedom, why must you be blackmailing your own brother? If you are sincerely in the struggle for freedom, why must you be talking down on something that is working? Why must you be focusing on your fellow Biafra? Why don't you focus on the enemy that every one of us have, that is trying to destroy us, the Fulani Caliphate? You can see the way they are killing our brothers and sisters in Biafra land today as you're watching this video. As you're watching this video now, they are still taking the line for our Biafra, destroying our homes and setting our homes on fire. Instead of you talking about it, you are busy talking about your own brother. Instead of you talking about it, you are busy demonizing your own brother. Speaking of irrelevant things that doesn't have anything to add to the struggle. It is high time we wake up. Share this video to all platforms. Share it to people so that they can see and know the stage where you are. We have to do the needful to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and free Biafra. The release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the coming of Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out the flag of Biafra lifted high. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out to the flag of Biafra. Anytime you see us crying for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are actually calling for the freedom of Biafra people. And if you think it's a joke, have a think again. If you have not started fighting, fight and fight the right fight. There are different kinds of people. There are people who pretend, and there are different kinds of people. And I want to play a video for you to give you a description. I want to play this video for you before I go. Give you this video. Watch this video carefully and listen carefully what this man has to say. Listen to what he has to say. The way he described the different kinds of people. There are three kinds of people that he described. These are the three kinds of people he described. The three kinds of people he described in this very video are the three types of people we have in the struggle for Biafra. Check and see where you fall in. If you fall in on the wrong path, change your way. If you fall in the wrong path, change your way and follow the right path before Chiku Ukabion will strike you dead. I'm going to play the video. The video is going to describe to you different kinds of human beings, different kinds of people. These three different kinds of people, we see them in Biafra struggle. Check yourself where you belong. If you're in the wrong path, change your way before Chukwu Gabion will strike you dead. Watch this video.
So according to the Greeks, we have the idiots, the tribal people, and the citizens. The first group of people are the idiots. The idiots are a group of people or individuals who don't care about other people in another group. They will be with the group whether for good or for evil. If the group is doing evil, they will support the evil. If the group is doing good, they will support the group. If the group is doing evil, whatever the group will do, whether it is evil or not, they don't care. They will stand and support it. Nothing will change their mind. And the tribal people are a group of people who look down upon other people. Not that they are tribalistic, but they look down upon other people. They think they are better than other people. And the third group of people, according to the Greeks, are the citizens. According to the Greeks, the citizens are people who think about the next generation. They think about the next group of people who will come and inherit them. So whatever they are doing, they do it for the benefit of the next generation. People think politics is dirty, but politics is actually not dirty. It is dirty people who make politics dirty. There is difference between party politics and national politics.
Did you hear him well? I want you to listen once again. I'm going to play that video again. He described the three kinds of people. Number one, the idiots. The idiots, they can support anything supportable. The idiots, they support anything. It doesn't matter what it is. Any place they push them, they go. They support anything, even if when they know that somebody is doing something that is wrong. Even when they know that the message that somebody is preaching is a wrong message, they still support it. These are the idiots. The next one are the tribal people. The people who support, they support people just because of their personality or their tribe. And he mentioned the third people, the third group, the citizens. The citizens are the ones who follow the right path and they are pursuing that which is right, which will benefit everybody. Those are the citizens. These are the three kinds of people. We have these three kinds of people in the struggle of Biafra. The idiots, the tribal people, and the citizens. These are the three groups we have in the Biafra struggle. Where did you fall into? Are you one of the idiots? Are you one of the tribal people or are you one of the citizens? Which one are you? Identify yourself. If you're one of the idiots that support everything possible, you better change your way. If you're one of the tribal people, you only support your tribe, very tribalistic. You think you know it better than any other person. You think that you are so superior than any other person. Are you in that group? Or are you the one that among the group that are those who are standing up for what is right, standing up for their own people, speaking the truth at all times? Where do you belong? Which group do you belong? Check yourself and check yourself again. Listen to that video once again.
So according to the Greeks, we have the idiots, the tribal people, and the citizens. The first group of people are the idiots. The idiots are a group of people or individuals who don't care about life is regulated by politics. So if you sit down and you are saying that country broke,
You have heard it. The most important thing I want you to take home on that very thing are those three kind of people that he described. That is the major take home from that very record I played. The major take home is those three people. Where do you belong? Are you among the idiots? Are you among the tribal people? Or are you among the citizens? If you are among the idiots who can support anything, support everything that's evil, even when you know deep down in your heart that these people are lying, these people are blackmailing somebody, these people are not saying the truth, yet you are supporting them because you are in their group, you are one of the idiots and you have to change. If you belong to the group of idiots who support everything that is evil, even when you yourself, you know it is evil, you know that this man is lying because he's your friend, because you belong to their group, you're following him. You know that this man is blackmailing his own brother. You know that what this man is saying is not the truth. But because you just want to follow up, you continue. You are one of the idiots. Change from your ways. Are you one of the second one he has described? Are you one of them? Are you one of the tribal people? If you're one of the tribal people, somebody who you feel that you are special, you feel that only you have all the brain, only you knows everything. Yeah, I know it. I have been there for how many years? I have been there for 1,000 years. I have been there for 70 years. I know it all. I have all the certificates. Nobody can say anything and you agree, except that one that you say. You are one of the tribal people. Change your way. Your way is evil. But if you are one of the citizens, if you are in the group of citizens, citizens are those who put they put their people in their mind. Citizens are those who are fighting for collective interest. You are fighting for collective interest of the people, making sure that things are going well. You are following that which is right, following the truth, pursuing the truth. It doesn't matter where it takes you to. If you are a citizen, continue to work on that part of citizenship. Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to guide and protect you, continue to secure you, continue to show you miracle, continue to push you on the right direction. Do not relent. Don't forget, nobody will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu except you and I. Don't forget, the war is already on in Biafra land. War is going on in Biafra land as you're watching this video. And do not allow them to take our land. I am going to play for you the charge that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave to us. Before I end this broadcast, I'm going to play that charge. Listen to the charge of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what he has to say. Listen carefully. Listen. Some of you don't listen. That is why you say you don't know whom to follow. Some of you don't listen. That is why you don't know whom to follow. You don't know where to go because you don't listen. Most of the things we are asking, most of the questions that people are asking today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have addressed all those questions. He has answered all the questions in the past. In his previous record, in his previous broadcast, he answered all the questions you are asking. Many people are asking today. But because you don't listen, you don't follow up, you don't understand. I want you to listen carefully to this charge. The charge that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave us as Biafrans. The charge that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave us, the advice he gave us, and what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said we should do as Biafran people. What he said we should never allow. I want to play it for you so that you can be able to take your mind back and know if you are going to the right path. It is high time you retrace your step and follow that path, the path that will lead you to truth, the path that will lead you to safety, the path that will lead you and I to salvation. Watch this video, listen to it carefully and listen closely. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have to say. This is the last thing I'm going to play before I end this very video. Watch.
Fulani Janjaweed can overwhelm us is by dividing us. If you are an agent of Fulani Caliphate, if you have come to do the bidding of Fulani Janjaweed in our land, I am asking you this very evening to retrace your steps. Because again, starting from this very day, anywhere Biafrans are killed, any governor, any police commissioner who tolerates the massacre of innocent people will pay very dearly for it. Will pay very, very dearly for it. Do not underestimate our resolve. Because this evening, first of all, I speak as a human being who is possessed of a compatriot spirit and empathy with the suffering of human beings everywhere, especially in the zoo that Britain created called Nigeria. Second, I speak as a witness to the suffering of Biafrans at the hands of their so-called fellow citizens in the zoo called Nigeria. And what we want to make abundantly clear is that we are warning everybody who is a stakeholder in the zoo about our determination and our resolve to ensure that our land is defended. This is a resolution we have reached, and it is cast in stone.
You have heard from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You have heard his charge to us. You have heard him clear, very, very clear. The only way the enemy can penetrate you and I is when they divide us, divide and rule. That is the only strategy they have been using. The Janjaweed don't have any other strategy apart from that. They will divide us to get here to us, and that is the only way they penetrate. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu reminded us of that. And remember the charge he gave us that we must defend Biafra land by all means possible. No inch of Biafra land must be taken away by the Janjaweed, and this we will uphold. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every single person who have shared this video today. Everybody that has shared this video, Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect you. Every hand that have shared this video, you will see the end of 2022. 2022 will never see your end. Every hand that have shared this video today in their platform, Chukwu Okike Abiama will protect you. You will see Biafra. Will not only see Biafra, you will walk into Biafra with your food. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every single Biafran wherever you will be in the planet Earth. Chukwu Okike Abiama will protect you. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every Oduduwa person wherever you might be on the planet Earth. May Chukwu Okike Abiama protect every Middle Beltan. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every indigenous tribe in the contraption called Nigeria. As long as you are fighting genuinely for the freedom of your own people, Chukwu Okike Abiama will protect you, and you will see that freedom and walk into freedom by yourself. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect Sunday Igboho, secure Sunday Igboho and set him free. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court tomorrow, another victory is sure. Another victory is sure. As Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court tomorrow, every weapon that they have thrown against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, every weapon that the enemy have sent against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, no weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. As he's coming to court tomorrow, another day of victory. We shall celebrate. We will continue to celebrate until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu joins us. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu revelation. Give him more revelation. Tomorrow we are going to get another revelation, another freedom, another celebration. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every Biafran wherever you might be on the planet Earth. Everybody that have joined this broadcast from beginning to the end, every hand that has shared this broadcast, Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to guide and protect you and secure you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for spreading the gospel. You have played your own part. I played my own part. We will continue until Biafra comes. There's no giving up. Thank you so much and remain blessed. Please continue to join. You can not only join me on my platform, join me on Chuk Survivor. You can join me on Chuk Survivor on YouTube. I have my YouTube channel, Chuk Survivor channel on YouTube. Just type Chuk Survivor channel. You can go there, support my videos. There are so many videos, mind-blowing videos you can see there. You can watch anyone. Very update will be coming there. I will always come here on daily basis to give a broadcast on the situation of sin. I am not here to preach hate. I'm not here to fight against anybody. I'm not here to antagonize anybody. I am here to speak up for Biafra, Biafran people, to speak up for my unborn children. You can equally do the same. You can do the same. Even if you cannot broadcast, you can share. That is a way to spread the gospel. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every one of you. Thank you so much. And remember, see you tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Bye-bye.